I'm really excited about this video. I'm going to be giving away a lot actually. So here's the thing, I did do a very popular video called 5 transitions, but now I'm going to actually give you 5 places to mix. See, what I'm noticing when teaching a lot of people, okay, and even listening to a lot of like pro DJs and playing on lineups with DJs and stuff like that, and what a lot of people tend to do is they play it safe in the way that they mix, and that is they come in after the last chorus and they mix on the outro. And I'm hearing big DJs do that, and it's very common. And definitely, and I say this in my course, and I really break that mix down. It's a good place for us to start and build confidence. It's the never fail DJ transition. Come in over the outro with your new track. Plenty of advantages. Allows people to hear the full track. That's great if they like it. But what if they don't? You know what I mean? And also, I find as a DJ, even though yes, 100%, sometimes I play the full song, but sometimes I like, doing faster mixes as well. And I feel as a DJ, it's about balancing those quicker transitions with those more drawn out transitions. And that's going to make you really stand out as a DJ. So in this video, I'm going to go into 5 really cool places to mix. So we're going to talk about, first of all, coming in after the chorus. I'm going to mix out, after the first chorus into the break. I'm going to show you an intro and outro mix to start with. Then from that, we're going to talk about double drops. We're going to talk about replacing the drop. I'm going to talk about mixing quicker to avoid vocals on vocals, or maybe even mixing like drum and bass and heavier stuff where maybe there's no apparent clean place to do a mix. So a lot of people do is they just wait for the end and then they mix, but I'm talking about mixing a bit quicker, okay? Really bringing power and confidence to the way that you play. And then I'm also going to talk about more creative styles of mixing and maybe do a mashup on the fly using stems. Okay, buckle up, let's do this. Okay, number 1, the good old faithful, and that is mixing in after the chorus. See, here's the thing, the chorus is usually the main part of the track. So the most common mix of all time is to mix your new track in after the chorus finishes, as that allows people to hear and go off to the part of the track that everyone loves, okay? And the beauty of mixing in after the chorus is that once the chorus finishes, more often than not, the song might actually drop off a little bit, maybe into a platform in the middle of the song. There might be a beat there, depending on the genre, of course, maybe sometimes a breakdown, which is cool. Or other times, if you're playing the full song after the last chorus, you get like a nice clean outro to do a really clean mix.
Vibrate, I can pop up, then drop, make my booty hop.
Another super cool way to mix is to replace the drop. But Be mindful of this mix, as although it's really cool, okay, and it's a great way to mix things up and even create energy on your dance floor, but it can piss people off, okay? So for instance, let's say you're at a party, someone puts on your favorite song, you're running to the dance floor, it's about to go to the main bit, the chorus, and all of a sudden the DJ switches it out and they replace the drop, but they don't play the main part of the song, and you're like, what the fuck, okay? So just be mindful. As a DJ, it's your job to create atmosphere, not to show off and make it all about how many tracks you can play in an hour or something, okay? The goal really is to create atmosphere through arranging your music in a way that unites people on the dance floor. It has people cheering for more. So if you're unsure about replacing the drop, my advice would be, let the crowd hear the original first drop and then replace the second drop. See, this way, you've already played a fair amount, like a fair chunk of the original track, okay? And then when you replace the second drop, people feel almost ready for it. In my opinion, they respond to that way better. When replacing the drop though, my advice would be to make it impactful. You're gonna wanna be bringing in a drop that's bigger and fatter than the last one. And just to kind of use it kind of like as an energy mix to really take your set to like new heights. Like when you bring in a cool drop, it's like, wow, man.
Getting what I want, boy. Why does that make you so mad? You see, why does it feel so good to be bad? 'Cause if there's trouble that you're looking for, oh baby,
Wow, I did an EDM example. By the way, there's a whole confusion, EDM, electronic dance music, but you know what I mean, like big room, main stage. But here's the thing, okay? Not every track is as simple as the one I just used in that example, and perhaps people can often experience all kinds of issues when replacing the drop, from vocals on vocals to the tracks having completely different feels and energies, to even extreme clashes in the build-up on both tracks, to, like building up to the drop, making it seemingly impossible to transition that way. So if that's you, okay, and you want me to dive way deeper into this, subscribe now, let me know in the comments, and I'll do a video dedicated solely to different methods that you can use to make replacing the drop work for you no matter what, and you know how you can intuitively feel your way through each mix, you know, based on what the tracks are doing with your EQ. Okay, I'm gonna give away a lot there. Let me know in the comments. Show me some love. Woohoo! Okay, for some of the deeper genres, you may even be able to do double drops, okay? That means playing both choruses together. So when doing double drops, okay, this also goes with taking drugs. Okay, so here's the thing. If both choruses are super busy, okay, and they've both got a lot going on, and you're playing both choruses together, it can sound messy. But if the choruses of both tracks are more beat focused, and perhaps one track contains elements that the other track is missing, then perhaps when you play both tracks together, it can actually add a texture to the mix, which again helps you to create an impact on your audience, especially considering that you're breaking away from the good old faithful intro outro transition and you're starting to DJ in your own way, always playing the best parts of each song, reading the crowd, not limited by choruses and these like, oh geez, I've got to mix in after the chorus. We've got to break free from that. That's what this video is about. So this one here, let's try. Let's do a double drop.
Where words not be spoken, love is a universal language now. Finally we are free, free to roam, free to touch, free to move, free to dance, free to rejoice from now until tomorrow. Welcome back.
Tesla, partner ex-wrestler, he dates Francesca, partner ex-wrestler.
Now we have one of my favorite transitions, and that's mixing quickly. Now, when I say mixing quickly, I'm not talking about how much of each song you play. I'm more talking about how quickly you draw out your transitions. So for instance, say when mixing techno and progressive house and melodic house and techno, those genres, you can generally draw out your transitions a lot longer than say when mixing, like let's say vocal driven music. So for instance, when mixing R&B, pop and hip hop, where there could be singing the whole way through, if you go for a drawn out transition, trust me, and you mix in like after the chorus into the middle of the song, it's going to have vocals on vocals and it can sound really, really messy. So I'll give you an example of that now. I'm only really touching the surface on this kind of mixing, as it's not just about avoiding vocals on vocals, and it's not just limited to genres like R&B, hip hop and pop music. Mixing quickly can also be used when tracks are pretty full on, you know, and let's say they just don't let up, meaning the tracks seem impossible to find a place to actually get out of that track and into your new track cleanly. Now, that could even be for some drum and bass, some hard dance, just where there's a lot going on. And say, for instance, you're coming after the chorus and it's gone straight into something, what you DJs will find is that it gets messy very, very quickly. And that's where mixing quickly like this, doing these faster transitions, can really, really be beneficial. And it's all about, okay, it's all about pulling back early and getting that old song out, right? And that new one in, okay? Now, to be honest, this video is more about giving you a taste of all these different 5 transitions, but I can do a deep dive into this. This definitely is a video on itself. Now, I dive heaps deeper in my course, obviously, but I can actually give a little bit away on this because I actually run my own DJ school in like Australia, so it's called Bar and Bay DJ School, and I've had a lot of experienced DJs coming in and they're having this problem. So for me, I'm going to dedicate my year to solving problems for you and doing everything I can to help you all become really great DJs, okay? Now, obviously my course is going to fast track that, but even still without, you know, there's some really powerful content here, and it's just like, this is a powerful mix. I can't underestimate it. So if you want to see that, just subscribe now, please, and put a comment in the below. Let's call it, you know, faster energy mixing. You know, and what it does is pretty much allows you to mix anywhere, okay? Now, obviously, we've got to respect phrasing. We've got to respect the overall flow of the song, and something's got to kick in to keep that energy going. But really, it's a powerful mix. Okay, I still have one more example to go, and that is doing mashups on the fly. And in this case, I'm even going to use stems, but stems aside, the concept is the same. So find a place in a track that provides a platform for you to bring in a vocal. So obviously it's probably a part that doesn't have a vocal. Maybe it's a cool melody and key with the vocal that you're planning to bring on. Maybe it's a cool beat, anything really. And the beauty of stems really is, like, you don't have to do it with stems, but let's say you're just freestyling like mashups on the fly, and all of a sudden you drop a vocal on a melody, but then the melody comes in with a vocal. You could be like, no, you don't. And you just hit a button to take the vocal out. See, stems are obviously a big part of modern day DJing. And I just actually released a free, if you got my course, my Club Ready course, free stems course in there actually, which is actually good. It makes you know how to set it all up, how to use them, gives you examples on how to use them. It's pretty cool. Now, when it comes to mixing creatively, okay, I'm only scratching the surface again. And if you honestly feel you'd benefit from a more organized and professional approach where I break everything down with this beautiful and easy and fun to follow sequence, then man, check out my baby, the Club Ready DJ course. Like, it is my baby. I devote all my time to it, and the results that I'm seeing from my students, and the success that they're getting, like, man, they're huge, man. Like, it's a huge source of happiness and inspiration for me. So thank you. Like, my Club Ready DJ course, like, it does take complete beginners or people with some experience from the bedroom to have confidence to play in clubs. And it's the only DJ course in the world that follows the perfect sequence, with each video feeding off the last. No clicking back and forth between courses, just this perfect progression that makes learning fun. And it's going to save you months, if not years, when it comes to learning how to DJ. Like, honestly, like, okay, I personally DJ'd and ran club events every single weekend as my only source of income. So that's what I was doing full time for 17 years. And after that, I taught over 1,000 students how to DJ through in-person classes. And from that, I was inspired, and I actually put together my Club Ready DJ course program that's helped thousands of people now, like thousands and thousands, right? How to DJ confidently, and they've reached real levels of success with their DJing. And to be able to share that, like, you know, my knowledge with people, and that for me to be at a stage where I can now pass that on to you, man, like, it blows my mind. Okay, anyway, so check that out. That link's in the description below. And yeah, man, like, I'm feeling pretty pumped now, actually. Like, there's a kind of a weird kind of start to the year. What do you guys think? But I reckon progress is the key. Like, you know, I just started listening to music. I'm like, man, I love what I do. I've got a lot of information to share, and I've got a lot of content ideas. I'm juiced. Let's do it. Like, let's do it. Okay.